Can you envision a motorcycle that not only rescued Ducati from the brink of bankruptcy, but also emerged as a worldwide symbol of motorcycle culture? The Ducati Monster accomplished precisely that. And it certainly wasn't by mere luck, it was by deliberate design. In the year 1992, an individual possessed the audacity to defy the established rules and craft a naked, aggressive, and minimalist motorcycle. Thus, the Monster was born, a model that redefined what it means to ride a Ducati and took the Italian brand to a whole new level. Today, we are going to explore its complete history. How a straightforward concept transformed into Ducati's top-selling motorcycle, and how it has evolved over time without sacrificing its rebellious essence. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will ignite your desire to ride a Monster immediately. This is exactly where our main character, Miguel Angel Galluzzi, steps in. Born in Buenos Aires in 1959, Miguel Angel Galluzzi grew up surrounded by the scent of gasoline and the roar of engines. His family possessed mechanical workshops, so from an early age, he became well acquainted with tools, engines, and naturally motorcycles. Although Argentina was not precisely a center for motorcycle design, Galluzzi cultivated a profound passion for them, which inspired him to pursue studies in design at the Art Center College of Design in California, a prestigious training institution for designers. After finishing his studies, Galluzzi began working for brands like Moto Guzzi and Cagiba. In those early years, he learned that it's not always about innovating with the latest technology, but rather about utilizing the elements you already have and making them stand out. This pragmatic way of thinking would guide him to his most significant creation. In 1989, Galluzzi arrived at Ducati during a period when the brand was in urgent need of innovative ideas. During that period, he observed that motorcycle aficionados were personalizing their bikes by stripping away the fairings, thereby revealing the engine and chassis. This observation sparked an idea within him. What if he designed a motorcycle like that from scratch? Something minimalist and brutal that proudly displayed its inner workings. For Galluzzi, the essentials of a motorcycle were the engine, the gas tank, the seat, and two wheels. The rest was superfluous. With that philosophy, he began working on the design of the Monster, reusing components from other models to keep costs low. The engine of the Super Sport and the tubular frame of the 851 would be the foundation of its creation. From that Frankenstein-style amalgamation, the M was brought into existence, the inaugural Monster in history, which would ultimately become the commercial triumph that Ducati so desperately required. Sporty's intention was to create a motorcycle for the masses, but even in his wildest dreams, he didn't expect the success the M had in its first year. Of the 1,500 units they planned to sell, they ended up manufacturing 5,000, nearly tripling expectations. With that remarkable and tremendous takeoff, the research and development department diligently set to work to continue refining and enhancing the Monster concept. Thus, in the year 1995, the M was officially born, solidifying and cementing the Monster name in Ducati's extensive catalog. This model was a great success, with more than 100,000 units sold throughout its commercial life. Ducati decided to take advantage of the momentum of success and launched the Monster 750 in 1996, equipped with the engine of the 750 SS. However, in contrast to its younger sibling, the M, the Monster 750 was unable to capture and win over the affections of the public, ultimately becoming a brief and short-lived model in the brand's extensive history. With the remarkable commercial success of the Monster, Ducati was certainly not going to remain idle. In the year 1998, they introduced the 900s, a version featuring enhanced Showa suspensions, premium Öhlins braking systems, and components made from carbon fiber. This fresh and sporty variant of the Monster 900 not only appeared more aggressive, but also felt significantly more agile. After almost a decade in the marketplace, the Monster required a power enhancement, so in 2001, Ducati equipped it with a superbike engine, the legendary 916. The Monster 900S, with its liquid-cooled engine, became the most powerful Monster up to that point, even though the 916 engine was reduced to 109 horsepower. As the 21st century began, Ducati made the decision to refresh its lineup, opting to replace both the M and the M models. In its place, the Monster 620 emerged as the new entryway into the Monster family lineup. Shortly thereafter, the M was replaced by the Monster 1000S, and a new 800cc variant was launched. The S series continued to prosper, so in 2004, Ducati introduced a revised version equipped with the 996 engine, producing 126 horsepower. The elevated and overlapping exhaust systems on the right side provided the S4R with an aggressive appearance and naturally more than interesting performance capabilities. However, the Monster saga continued to expand, and in 2005 the 800 SR was introduced, which was based on the Monster 800, featuring overlapping exhausts and a single-sided swing arm. A year subsequently, a version with 1,000 cubic centimeters emerged. The year 2007 marked the occasion when Ducati unveiled the most formidable monster up to that juncture, the SRS, outfitted with a Testastretta 998 engine. The cycle components incorporated the finest from Öhlins and Brembo, rendering it an extreme naked bike for individuals who are not apprehensive about pushing it to the absolute limit. Following the acquisition of Ducati by the Texas Pacific Group, South African designer Pierre Terblanche assumed the role previously held by Gaiuzzi. His initial contribution was the M, which preserved the essence of the Monster spirit while introducing a more contemporary and enhanced design. Brembo brakes and other advancements were included to help the motorcycle remain relevant in a competitive market. The Monster 1100 debuted in 2009, based on Terblanche's 696, with a more powerful engine, Brembo brakes, and improved suspension. With over 12,000 units of the 696 sold that year, Ducati proved that the Monster name continued to be synonymous with success. In 2011, Ducati introduced the Monster 796 with an engine that was intermediate between the 696 and the 1100. Using the engine from the Hypermotor 796, the motorcycle offered an option for those seeking a balance between power and manageability. By the year 2014, the Monster had evolved from being a compact entry-level naked motorcycle to a genuine muscle bike equipped with the new 1200cc engine. This iteration incorporated sophisticated technology such as the ride-by-wire throttle system. Subsequently, the SNR variants emerged, with the latter boasting nearly 160 horsepower. With the introduction of the Monster 1200, the M was succeeded by the 821, which integrated premium components and a powerful engine, becoming the most accessible choice within the family, while retaining the quintessential Monster DNA. In 2017, the Monster 797 brought back a model to Ducati, crafted for those with an A license. It used the engine from the M800 of 2004, offering moderate performance but with all the character of the Monster. To celebrate 25 years of the Monster, Ducati launched a limited edition of 500 units with special finishes, carbon parts, and premium components from Öhlins, Marcassini, and Brembo. These motorcycles sold exceptionally well, much like hotcakes. 2021 brought the biggest revolution to date, the first Monster without a trellis frame. Now the engine is a structural part of the chassis, with a lighter and more modern design. The purists argued that this was not an authentic Monster, yet with a weight of 166 kilograms and a 111 horsepower engine, it demonstrated that it remained a genuine Monster on the road. With a legacy spanning nearly 3 decades, the Ducati Monster has managed to reinvent itself without losing its essence. And it all began with the genius of Galluzzi, who, armed with parts and a great vision, shaped a legend. The complete revolution and ensuing controversies did not take long to emerge. The initial Monster boldly decided to deviate from the iconic trellis frame. In place of that intricate web of tubes we had become so accustomed to, they opted to utilize the engine as a structural component and incorporate a compact aluminum frame inspired by the Panigale and Superleggera sports motorcycles. Certainly, this rapidly divided the enthusiasts. Can it truly be considered a Monster if it lacks the traditional framework? Certainly the discussion remains as animated as ever, yet what is indisputable is that this Monster is the most lightweight and technologically sophisticated since the model's inception back in the year 1993. With a dry weight of 166 kilograms, it is 18 kilograms lighter than the previous Monster 821, almost akin to removing a backpack filled with heavy bricks. As for the engine, it's not only bigger, but also more powerful, and with more torque, thanks to the 937 cubic centimeter twin-cylinder Inelli Testastretta 11. With its classic desmodromic distribution and Euro 5 homologation to keep environmentalists happy, it now delivers a robust 111 horsepower at 9,150 RPM and a maximum torque of 9.5 Nm at 6,500. The throttle response is more dynamic and lively than ever before. And in terms of technology, the Monster 2021 is outfitted with ABS, cornering assistance, traction control, and wheelie control, all of which are adjustable to various levels. Basically, it is designed to make you feel like a professional rider, even if you're just going out for some bread. With nearly 3 decades of history, the Ducati Monster has proven to be much more than just a simple naked bike. Since its conception by Galuzzi, with the premise of creating an economical and accessible motorcycle, it has managed to adapt to changes in the industry without losing its essence of Italian rebelliousness. While some models didn't achieve the same success as others, each version has added something unique to the lasting legend of the Monster. Today, it remains the benchmark in the sports naked motorcycle segment, a machine that blends passion, style, and performance with every throttle twist. In the end, the Monster isn't just a motorcycle, it embodies an attitude, a bold statement on 2 wheels that says, "Here I am." Indeed, I genuinely enjoy going fast. So, should you ever find yourself on one, just keep in mind, it might not possess the conventional trellis frame, yet it still embodies the true essence of the brand. Even if the Ducati Monster changes on the outside, it'll always be a monster inside.